Okay. So my name's Ken Finnan, and my job is to get you past all the exams. And the number one question I get before I do my live, so I'm hoping to save some time and make it less chaotic, is what do I do? I'm taking the test tomorrow or 2 weeks or whatever it is. So let's, first of all, if you're taking it tomorrow, too late, you're fucked. Okay? No, I'm kidding around. Get some sleep. If you're taking it tomorrow, you should not be on my live. You should be getting sleep and you should be going over customer accounts. Literally any exam you take, literally any exam, you should probably read customer accounts. I have crash course videos you can watch, playlists you can watch. Go watch those and get some sleep. If you have a significant other, make sure they do the right thing or ask them to do the right thing. And you don't want to make them do anything, but you ask them. Just massage, that's all I'm talking about. Just keep you relaxed, no fighting, stuff like that. Now, if you're taking it beyond tomorrow, so if you're taking it tomorrow, what are you doing out here? Get off here, click and get out of here. If you're taking it beyond tomorrow, so let's say you're taking it in 2 days. Tomorrow is no testing. It's adding knowledge, reading customer accounts, going over videos, hopefully my crash course videos or others. Bottom line is you don't want to stress yourself out. You don't want to take a test. I'm not a fan of testing. Some people like it. I disagree with it because if you go bad, there's no upside. If it goes bad for you, you're screwed. So I say, don't take a test tomorrow. Take it easy. Around dinner time, you're done. I don't care if you're taking the test at 5 o'clock at night. At dinner time, you're done. Okay? Don't do anything. Again, the night before is always kind of go out to dinner. Don't go, pounding, going fireballs, but just literally go out to dinner, maybe talk to people who aren't involved in it, who don't care about the test, don't want to hear it. You want to do stuff that just relax you. If you have SDC or Notman, they have these little sheets that you can go through. Maybe the day before, make sure you go over it like hot sheets or key topic stuff or crunch time facts. Again, I have crash course playlists, a whole playlist on almost every test you can take. Now, let's say you're taking it more than 2 days out. So what you want to do is within the up to, but not including the last, I don't even know if that's right. The last 8 to 10 days is testing, okay? Before that, you're reading and quizzing and testing, all that. A lot of focus on reading, mostly focus on reading, watching videos, adding knowledge. But in the last 8 days, not including the day before, so whatever that is, so 10 days before, you're going to take tests every day. One test, not two. If it's a 63 of the SIE, maybe you can take two. But again, I don't think it works so well. Oh, I feel the heat on my back. I really just want to turn around and take a dive. The problem is when I go in there, there's a manatee warning. The boats have to go around me. I have to wear a flag saying manatee, don't hit me, stuff like that. Now, up to but not including the day before the test, you are to take one final a day. Now, remember something. When you do a final, review the whole thing, not just the wrong answers. And what you're going to do is you're going to kind of do a triage. There's really 3 or 4 choices. You look them over. If you got it right for the right reason, you're good. Move on. Make sure you read the answer why, okay? 2, if you got it right for the wrong reason, mark that down. You have to review it because if you got it right because you guessed, that's just as bad as a wrong. Almost more dangerous, right? Because you think you got it. 2, if you got it wrong because you misread it, which happens with the Kaplan, Past Perfect, STC, even Achievable, all of them, you can misread it. If you get it wrong because you misread it, but you knew the concept, don't worry about it. The last one is you got it wrong because you didn't know your shit. That you have to review. So really, you're going to have 4 choices, mark them all, and then if you got it right for the right reason or wrong because you misread it, but you understand the concept, don't worry about it. The ones you have to review are the ones you got right for the right reason, and then the ones you got for the wrong reason. The ones you got for the wrong reason. See, when I talk too fast, my brain is here, my mouth is here, and they're not in conjunction. And then ones you got right for the wrong reason, like guessing, and then you got to be honest with yourself. Don't be like, oh, I think I know it. Or the ones you got wrong for the right reason. I guess the right reason to be wrong, you don't know it. If you're starting to memorize questions, buy another QBank. STCS 4 supplemental exams. If you want, buy Kaplan. But again, you don't want to add a new QBank in the last few days. You want to do it out so you can literally get used to the question because you don't want to switch it up the day before. Again, you need to go in there like a badass. You need to go into the test like I'm going to fucking own this shit and you're going to run it, okay? You got to go in there confident. You got to understand that if you go in there confident, if you go into this test as a confident badass, not cocky, confident, I know my shit, then when you see a hard question, you're going to go, oh, I can do this, okay? And you can work through it or even mark for review, shit like that. If you go in there where you're not sure and you're like, oh, I'm afraid, then every hard question is going to look to you like, see, I knew I should have waited. And that's a bad thing because you won't try it. I've seen that so many times where if you give someone positive confirmation of good work, they're willing to work a little bit harder on the question. If you're like, oh, I'm not ready, they go, oh, I knew I wasn't ready. They give up. We don't want give up. We want you to attack it like you know your shit. Okay. And that's literally it. You maybe want to watch some of my exam walkthrough videos during my live, but not the night before. I don't want to see you the night before. I want to see you after you pass so we can play a song for you and blow it out your ass. Okay. Good. Okay. Everyone, go beat this thing. You got this. I believe in you. I 100% believe in you. And you need to say every morning, get up in the morning, brush your teeth with your offhand, even if you want to brush your teeth with your foot, and keep saying, I'm going to pass this. I'm going to pass it. Say it like 10 times with confidence. Not I need to pass it. Not I gotta pass it. I'm going to pass it. That's your goal. Go beat this thing. We got it, baby.
Just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
Here we go. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Hold on, let me do this right. Boom, there we go. Happy Thursday. It's the last Thursday before Christmas. And remember, tonight is Series 65, 66, and 63 only. No Series 7, none of that stuff. Okay. Here we go. Wow, a lot of people talking already. Okay. Ashley, we got this. You got to believe in yourself, right? You got to feel good about this. You got to feel good about tomorrow. You're going to get off here, go get some sleep, watch a little last minute stuff, read customer accounts, and go beat this thing. Sydney, thank you for joining the membership. Ashley, don't worry. Again, nervousness is good. Anxious. Remember, nervousness or anxious and excitement are the same thing, the same chemicals. So convince yourself that you're excited to take this test. Same thing with you, Alyssa. Right. Do it delusional. Go in there like you're going to be a badass, right? Both of you, Alyssa and Ashley, you're going to go in there tomorrow and beat this thing. You're going to take your time. You're going to read every question. Remember, don't get cocky because sometimes the questions are written to make you feel like you're doing better than you are. That the 7 makes you feel like you're failing. The 66 makes you feel like you're doing better than you are. Sometimes you got to kind of relax and just take each question on its own and don't overthink and don't get cocky. Okay. Boom. Yes, you will. Not hope. You will. You're gonna beat this because you're a bad bitch. Exactly. Merry Christmas to you, right? That's the whole thing here. Your Christmas present will be you will be fully registered and never, ever have to come to my live again. Okay. Okay, Amber, we can talk about this. Okay. What's the AFC? You mean not CFA? Okay. Okay. So dividend discount model. So let's talk about that for a second. So do we all know what DCF is, right? So DCF is discounted cash flow. So the whole point here is that you're trying to find the present value. Remember, DCF and dividend discount model don't evaluate present value. They find present value. Remember, that's the key here. It's not to evaluate present value. It's to find it, okay? That's what it's trying to do. It's trying to find the present value. So discounted cash flow takes all the future cash flows to find the present value or let's say the expected price, okay? It's trying to find the expected price. Now, dividend discount model does it on stock, right? They do it on stock. DCF does it on bonds and projects. Just keep that in mind. And that's the way it is, okay? That it's on the project, stocks and projects. Hold on. There we go. Okay, let me fix this. There we go. I think that works. There we go. Okay. Now, so dividend discount model is finding the present value, which is where it should be trading. I always explain it this way. It's not exactly. So Elon Musk takes over this little tiny social media company called Twitter, changes it to X. Okay, so now, or as he does, X. So what happens here is that he paid $54.24. Then he did his dividend discount model, DCF on the company, and realized he should have paid $47. So he paid $5 over, right? So he had a negative NPV. Look at that. So that's why he spent the whole summer and fall trying to sue them to get the price lower. So that's what happens. So DCF and dividend discount model are the way to find present value. Dividend discount model is for stocks. They use the dividends. Discounted cash flow is for bonds using interest and all that. So like if they say, what's the expected price of a zero coupon that matures at 1,000, it's going to be the present value of the maturity value. The maturity value is there. We discount it back. You won't have to do the math. Just know that you're trying to find out what that, basically what you would have to invest now to get to $1,000 in the future, or whatever the future value is. And dividend discount models do the same thing. Now, it's not just for preferreds, because they have, like some people say it's just for preferreds, and it's more likely for preferreds, but it's for things that pay a consistent dividend. And the way we know that it's not just for preferreds, despite other people saying it is, it's because there's a thing called dividend growth model, which assumes the dividend's growing, and that doesn't happen with preferreds. So it's for any equity, preferred or common. It's not going to be for like a Tesla or a NVIDIA or something that doesn't really pay a dividend. I mean, it's not going to be for that. It's much more for things that pay consistent dividend, like utilities, maybe Gillette, GE, IBM, Microsoft, things that pay a consistent dividend. That's how they figure out the present value or the fair value of the stock. I hope that helps. Okay. I don't know what this AFC is. I'm assuming maybe it's a CFA. I don't know, but hold on. Okay, so now this is a great question. Okay, sunflower, they're right. They're going to kill it tomorrow. Because you know why they're going to be cocky? You know why they're going to be cocky? Is they're going to listen to this.
Today's the day. You've been studying your ass off. You got good night's sleep. You've been reading. You have your dump sheet done. You're going to walk in there like a fucking badass. You're going to get this, okay? This is the day. You've been working. This is what it all leads to today. This is it. You're going to go in there. You're going to read every fucking word. You're going to come out there like a champ. I know you're going to feel like you're failing the whole time, but you're not, because you're going to do this. You're going to nail this thing.
Boom, and we're back. Okay, now, that works. A little glitchy on that. Not so good on the tech today. But, okay, so Masters in Personal Finance. Okay, so that's fine. So that's going to help you. Look, so figure the SIE. Well, here's the thing. Why are you doing those? So they kind of don't pair up, right? So if you're going to do the SIE, the 6, the 63, and the 65, that's fine. But if you're going to get the 7, like if you're just going to be an financial advisor and not work for a broker-dealer, you just need the 65, which could take you 4 to 6 weeks, right? So the SIE should take you 4 weeks, 5 weeks. Since you have some background, maybe 3.5 to 4 weeks max. 65 should be about the same, okay? Because there's a lot of overlap. But explain to me what you're going to be doing, because usually if you're getting the 65 by itself, you can do that on its own. If you're going the 65, 63 route, then you're either taking the 7, and you could do the 66 also, or the 6, and then you do need the SIE. So if you're not planning on taking the 7 or the 6, the SIE doesn't mean anything to you. So don't think you have to do that. Check that out. Okay. Your boy. Boom, that's awesome. See if I can do this right without fucking it up. Let's see if I do a good one here. Since it, you're a boy, you're going to. Boom, there you go. Like, I love it. Drink that Christmas milk. As somebody said, eggnog, baby, a little Christmas milk. I love that fucking shit. It's really bad for me, but it makes me big. When a kid, it's good. For me, that's not good. That's awesome. Get fucked up all weekend, and then boom, we come back and go hard for the next exam, you boy. Boom. Okay. Austin. Boom. That is fucking outstanding. That is great. Getting the 63 done. Are you done now? Is that it? Are we finito? Are we happy?
Go. Oh. Ching. Here come the hot stepper. I'm the lyrical gangster. Excuse me, Mr. Officer. Still
Boom. Good stuff. That is outstanding. Are you done? I see. Okay. Yeah, no, here's the thing. Yeah, CM, you should be ready. Here's the thing. The 66 is such a beast that you know enough to pass. It's just the question is whether you can or not, right? So you got to be calm. I don't know when you're taking it, but if you're scoring the 70s and 80s on Kaplan and it's not from memorizing, you're in good shape. Okay. You're going to hear it, Michael. Just keep focusing on your shit. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Conwitz, I'll be with you in 1 second. I want to talk to you. So take the 65 Saturday, missed it by that much. We're going to get this, right? We are confident. We're going to go Friday, tomorrow. We're going to go rocking hard, no testing. And then Saturday, you're going to beat that like a bitch. Okay, good stuff. Amber, you're going to rock this thing. Okay. Conwitz. Okay. So went to 63 after it says 7 because the 66 was cursed for me. That is outstanding. That is outstanding. How great is it when you go the one way and then you find out there's another way to get it and then you nail it? Because we're super happy for you. We are absolutely happy.
Dala tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo es para dar la alegría y cosas buenas. Dala tu cuerpo alegría Macarena.
That is outstanding. That's good. Conwitz, baby. I love it. That's awesome. Now you're done. Think about it. You're done. The holidays are coming in. You have nothing to do other than earn, baby. Earn. Drill, baby. Drill. Okay. Okay. Mackenzie. Look at that. Oh, Austin, you subbed this time. Got okay. Austin, Mackenzie, welcome. I love Mackenzie. That's awesome. Okay. I'm telling you, it's a long time. Sometimes you struggle, sometimes you don't. It feels like it's bad, and then it gets better. And then once you pass, you're all good, baby. You're all good. That's awesome. Okay. CM, I will go over time weighted versus dollar weighted. Okay. Might as well do. Okay. Got it. You still have the 70. Okay. Everyone asked that. There isn't, Nancy. There isn't one. There is not a trick. You just got to do them over and over again. Somebody posted on the Facebook group. Don't forget, guys, that Facebook group is fucking awesome. It's scrolling across the bottom. FINRA and NASAA exam test prep network. It is outstanding. Oh God. Oh, I'm gonna get a headache. Okay. You're all gonna take me take drugs for a second. Should I take the acetaminophen or the dual action? Because I don't need a headache. It won't kick in until after we're done, but I won't yell at you guys too much. Okay. Now, there's no way that you just got to do it over and over again. You got a couple weeks. You got a lot of time. You're fine. You'll be fine. Just take your time. Don't remember the numbers. Just get the big picture. I have the videos. I have the watch my 63 quick and easy. Watch my 63 quick and dirty. It should help you. I know that's not the 66, but it's a regs portion. I have 3 videos. Can I sell security? The 63 quick and easy, and then the 63 quick and dirty. Those are going to help you. Okay. I know. You miss me, but not the touching. Okay. Yeah, that's Viagra. I don't need fucking Viagra. I'm married 35 years. I don't need Viagra. I need to beg. That's what I need to do. Okay, so now. Okay, let me get on this. Okay. So it's funny. I joke around. At some point, your marriage is so long that she hopes you go to hookers. No, I'm kidding. So now, over time weighted and dollar weighted. Okay, so dollar weighted versus time weighted. So now, when we're looking at a portfolio, like your portfolio, CM, right? So you're looking at your portfolio. You're going to try to find out your return. But remember, you're putting money in, you're taking money out, right? So that is going to affect the return. That's dollar weighted. Dollar weighted counts the money that you put in and put out. Because if you act like a fucking flighty bird and go in and out all the time, you're going to go in at the high and out at the low, and you're going to hurt yourself. So dollar weighted counts the money. Okay. Dollar weighted works on the money part, and that's a problem. Okay. So that's going to lower your return. That's not fair to use to compare managers. Okay. Because I may have a bunch of clients that ride or die with me because I'm good at keeping them in the portfolio. And my return based on dollar weighted looks better than yours, even though your total returns are better, but your people are flighty. Okay. So dollar weighted uses that. So dollar weighted is good to check your portfolio, then turn around and return it, I guess you want to say, but not compare managers. You want to use time weighted. Time weighted ignores the money inflows and outflows. It literally just looks at the return, the actual return of the portfolios. And then they compare them, not using the money inflows and outflows. Okay. Now, I know you have one left in you, my man. I know you got it. Okay. Again, so Nancy, watch those 3 videos. The quick and 63 quick and dirty, 63 quick and easy regs, and can I sell security? That's a lot of the regs, most of the ones you'll have to get. Okay. Looks like we're low on questions. I know December is always a weird time, right? December is always a weird time because you just don't, because people are busy, they're shopping. Like my son has his alumni for his private school that he went to, boarding school. They're there tonight. They're somewhere up in Ridgefield. He's there. Everyone has their Christmas parties this week, maybe. They'll be done. I know mine used to be on the 9th. Every Thursday in December, when I worked on the floor, we had Christmas parties every single Thursday night, all through December. Okay. And it was great because they paid for it. It was awesome. Okay, so let me get on this. Let's see. Okay. Time weighted is to compare portfolio managers. Dollar weighted is for your own portfolio. There you go. Okay, so let's do this. You guys ask questions while I fill in the blanks with some questions. Okay. Let me do that. Okay, so now let me put some questions up. We'll start with some easy ones. This way nobody goes crazy. See if we can get that to work. Let's see if it makes it. Let's see. Can everyone see that, or should I change it? I think can you all read that? I should check. Let me check on my phone if you guys can read that. While we're waiting here, just remember. Hold on. Let me get this. Let me see if it looks good. Here we go. Oh yeah, you can. Okay, everyone do 110. It looks. I can even read it on the phone, so I think you're good. Okay. There we go. Okay, I'll leave it that way. Okay, now. Yeah, this should be an easy one for most of us. Okay, so right, they'll get better. They'll get harder as we go. So that works for me. Everyone, if you guys have questions, jump them in here. Not so hard, right? Okay, good. Okay. So everyone, right. So if I register, so basically anyone that registers under the USA, unless renewed, when does a registration of an IAR expire? Yes, it expires on December 31st of each year, no matter when you register, right? No matter when you register, this is for all the exams. No matter when you register, it's going to be on December 31st of the same year. Okay. Even if you register today, like say you two, Alyssa and Ashley, you're going to pass the test tomorrow. It's the 20th of December. You will have to renew it, or they will renew it for you on the 31st. So you'll be paying full freight for 11 days worth of registration. Okay. Now, let's try a new one. Do 108. 109 is too easy. Let's see if it's up there. Looks good. Okay. Everyone do 108. I can even make it bigger. That's what she said. I don't know if that's better or not. Oh, yeah, I think that's much easier to read, right? Okay. Yeah. It's going to jump a little bit, and you'll see it in a second. Yeah, so that's how far behind it is. It's crazy. So I say something, it's like definitely a delay. Okay. I'm going to read it. Okay. Wait for it to get bigger. As Mike says, that's what she says. Under the NASAA Statement of Policy on Dishonest and Unethical Business Practices of Broker-Dealers and Agents. They always put that in there to make it harder, right? They always put it in there just to make the question so much longer. This literally could be a 2-line question, but they basically had 2 lines of under the NASAA Statement on Policy on Dishonest and Unethical Business Practices of Broker-Dealers and Agents, just because they got to fill it in because they're lawyers. An agent of a broker-dealer must provide to a customer who's purchasing securities and an offering which of the following no later than the date of confirmation of the transaction. So if we're doing an offering, what do we have to give our customers? What do we have to give our customers? Do we have to give them a red herring, a final prospectus, a registration statement, or customer agreement? So let's slowly, I should find a way to slowly have them knock out. Let's say customer agreements out. Red herring is a preliminary prospectus. You will do that. So the red herring is a preliminary prospectus. You do that during the registration during the registration period, during the 20-day cooling off period. You do not have to do that after it's registered. You don't give that to them anymore. Then we have a registration statement, which is what you file with either the administrator or the SEC to start it going. And then finally, the final prospectus. All right, the final prospectus is what you're going to give to the clients so they can register. Love it. Okay, here we go. Let's find another good one. That one's too easy. Here we go. Number 106. Okay. I bought that. That's cool, isn't it? Okay. I bought that. So it looks cool. I bought that about a month ago. It's my Christmas present to myself. Okay. Which of the following best describes a hedge? Here we go. Next one. I can give you the link for it too, Paul. If you email me, I can throw you the link. Which of the following best describes hedge funds? Hedge funds are investment vehicles that pool capital from investors. Hedge funds are registered pooled investment vehicles similar to mutual funds. Hedge funds are smaller mutual funds. Hedge funds can advise retail investors. So again, hedge funds are investment vehicles that pool capital from investors. Hedge funds are registered pools. There, from Glance LLC. Okay. That's the name of the company. Glance. They have a little one, they have this, and then they have a really big one too. Okay. So again, what are hedge funds? So as you're thinking of this, what are hedge funds? So hedge funds are private pool. They basically are unregistered pools of investments where they usually only accept accredited investors. They have certain size limitations depending how they file, but they're not registered. That's the big thing. They're not registered, so they can do things that that mutual funds and stuff can't. They can short. They can buy alternative investments. They can do a lot of things. They're also not very liquid because a lot of times they have what they call a lockup period where you can't sell. Like I had one of my friends who ran one, and he said, you could only get out once a quarter, and you had to let them know the quarter ahead of time. They did a lot of small caps and micro caps. So very, very small stuff. So they had very, very small things they were doing, okay? So they were very illiquid. And they said the securities they were buying were very illiquid. So what happened is if you tried to sell too early and they had to sell it, would ruin it. So they had to give you like almost like 4 months of warning before you can get out of it. Okay. Good. So the answer here is A as an avocado. Hedge funds are investment vehicles that pool capital from investors, and they invest in different things. Now, what you can see is you're going to see some terms about this. So the hedge fund managers, how they get paid. They get paid usually on what they call 2 and 20. So they can get 2% of the total assets and then 20% of the gains. So it's a lot heavy thing, but they're incentivized to make you money because the more money they make you, the more they make. So again, mutual funds can't do that. You remember, if you're an investment advisor, you cannot take a percentage of capital gains unless the admin actually doesn't prohibit it, unless they allow it. Okay, good. Let's do number 105. Under the Investment Advisors Act of 40, always remember when you're taking these exams, the 65 and the 66 and the 63, you want to make sure you know who they're talking about. So you want to know, are they talking about the states or are they talking about the federal, right? So the states, you're going to see USA or NASAA. Normally, if you see a year, it's talking about a federal law. But if they're talking about the states, it's going to say USA or NASAA. They could try to screw with you and say Uniform Securities Act of 1956, and that would screw that whole thing of if you see a year. But we're not going there. So the whole point here is that USA is states, If you see a year or you see investment advisors Act of 40, company Act of 40, Act of 33, Act of 34, Act of 39, those all are federal law. Now, most of the exam, even though they talk about federal advisors, they're looking at it mostly from the view of the states, how it's handled in the states. Yes, they will ask some federal questions, but a lot of it's going to be like, if they're talking about the federal stuff, how do the states regulate it or not regulate it? What things do they have? Okay. Okay. Under the Investment Advisors Act of 40, which of the following would not be a factor in determining whether a person is engaged in the business of providing investment advice? Whether investment advice is regularly provided to clients, whether investment advice is of specific or general nature, whether a fee is charged for the advice, whether a client is an accredited investor. So now, normally, the states don't really care about accredited investors. Okay. They don't really care about I'll put it this way: the state does not recognize accredited investors as anything. Okay, so here's the way I explain it. When they talk about retail versus institutional, Elon Musk is retail. So anyone who makes less than him is also retail. So there's no, like, accredited doesn't get you any special stuff on the state level. Yes, on the federal level, absolutely. Accredited investors mean something. That means you can buy on Reg D and you can buy more when you do a Regulation A and stuff like that. But again, those are federal things, not state things. So in the state, like the private placement, which is like the state's version of the Reg D, that's a private placement. You can have as many institutional clients as you want and up to 10 retail or non-institutional. See, private placement does retail versus institutional. Reg D does accredited versus non-accredited. That's a big difference. So again, accredited, what is accredited? That's 1, 2, 3 accredited, 1 million net worth, 200 single, 300 married. Or if you have this inactive Series 7. Institutional is literally you're an institution or you're not. And it's and a human being can never be an institution on the state level. It can be an institutional investor on the FINRA level, but not the state level. Okay. So it looks like everyone got it. The answer here is going to be D as in David. Okay. So the answer is D as in David, okay? They do care whether it's specific or general. They do care if it's regularly provided, and they do care whether it's a fee. So it's advice as a business for compensation. That's the rule for ABC for investment advisors. Pop. Okay, so now, and they only care whether the client is accredited or not. They do not care. They care not at all. Okay, let me find some new questions. Feel free to ask questions while we're doing it. Okay. Okay, here's a good one. Let's see if it works well. Number 100. I'll read it to y'all. Once it's up there. The price to book value. The price to book value of a company is which of the following? A, the net liquidation value per share divided by the book value per share. There is Karma, that's awesome. Ashley, I know you're ready. Absolutely, you shouldn't even be on here. You should be going to sleep. Let me finish. The original purchase price of assets per share divided by the book value, the market value per share of the stock divided by the book value, the total sales per share divided by the book value. So those are the 4 choices. Okay, good. Okay, so now, Ashley, you're good. By the way, Karma, that is outstanding. Karma, that is awesome. Let's keep reading. Focus. Just keep going through the process. You'll get there. It just takes a while. Ashley, I know you're ready. You're going to rock this thing. Okay. Boom. That's awesome. Look at that. I got 3 people taking this thing tomorrow. Okay, we're taking a quick break. Hold on 1 second. Here we go.
Now I'm a believer, not a trace.
No, you didn't.
Put doubt in my mind.
Yeah, whenever I have the video on, we're having technical difficulty. I think whenever I have the video on, it doesn't work as well. Oh, I want to go back to this. Okay. So you scored a 73 on the bench, 73 in the benchmark from Notman. Notman's benchmark is hard. Do they still split it between regs and do they still split it between regs and like regs in the beginning and then like investment vehicle stuff at the end? Either way, it's fine. It's just that's what they used to do. Okay. Boy, everyone's doing well on here. I hope it's not. I hope it's I will. Be confident, kid. Be confident. Okay. So, right. So the answer here, the price to book, just like, remember, this is what I say. We're dumbasses, right? So we got to make sure that we know that the name of the formula matches the name of what we're doing. So price to book is market price divided by book. Price to earning is market price divided by earnings. So now price to book is market price divided by book, which is book value is like the liquidation value of the company if you sold all the stuff. So there we go. Okay. So the answer is C as in Charlie. I'm going to find some good ones. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. So the Sean, so you're doing the same thing. So if you're going to become an investment advisor, same thing I said to, where is she? Not Amber. Where are you? Rebecca, right? So same thing I said to Rebecca, right? So, okay. Okay. So if you're taking the 65 and the now, if you're doing it just to get some shit out of the way, okay? If you're just taking it to get the shit out of the way, so then you can take the 7 and the 63 on your own, that's fine. But if you're just taking the 65, the SAE doesn't help you other than giving you a nice base. So I'm assuming that that's what you're saying. So because again, the SAE, you don't have to do any of that stuff, but it is a good base. It's a nice one without the pressure to learn their style and stuff like that. I don't have a problem with you taking the SAE as a base. I'm just saying that it's not necessary if you just go to the IAR route. Okay. Well, that's awesome. That's outstanding. So do you understand that these are not questions from the exam, but they're closer to the style of the exam. So look, in no way, shape, or form is a 66 easy, but it is definitely on the more straightforward side of the aisle than the less straightforward. It's definitely on that thing. Okay. So by the way, guys, if you like what I'm doing, hit the like, baby. Hit a like and share this shit to people you think would be bored. Okay. I mean, excited by this. Okay. Okay. Garrett. Boom. That's awesome. Oh, Garrett, that's awesome. I appreciate it. Just find Google my business and give me a review or just tell people about me. Since you passed them all, you're going to get the new one. I have a brand new song for everyone. Certain man in Russia long ago. He was big and strong in his eyes a flaming glow. Boom. I still got to work on that shit. I'm not having a good day. Awesome, Garrett. That's awesome. If you want to do Google My Business, leave a review. That's fine. If not, just tell people. That's all I ask. That's all I want from you. We're all good. Okay. Will, that's awesome. You're done. No, you choose one for the 66 on Monday. Boom. Okay. 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 Let's do this here. Okay. So now, hold on. I do think Notman's questions sometimes are more challenging than the other. Oh, what am I doing? Why don't I put a question up while we're doing this? Okay. So I can talk and everyone can do stuff at the same time. Ooh, I like this one. It's not hard. It'll just take you a little while. You got to read. Some of these questions are long. You have to read them. Boom, that's a lot of wording there. Okay, so now, while you're doing that, I'm going to start talking. Okay. Garrett, I appreciate it. It must be nice. It must feel great to be done before the end of the year. Just get it done. 2024 is a great year. Okay. And guys, if you like, the other thing is I started doing a new series where I do a fake CNN thing, and I try to have like MPT versus I'm doing MPT versus CAPM in a couple days, but I'm doing like all these different things where they fight each other. Okay. And I'm using that so that people can talk, so we can talk about what the good, so kind of make the stuff stick. So go check them out. I did one on Geo versus revenue. I did one, I did a broker dealer versus IA. I'm trying to do it where they argue with each other, and that kind of fleshes out what each thing is. So maybe it's a little more memorable to remember. So if you guys have any ideas that you want me to compare one versus another, like if things are like Roth versus regular, I have that on the list. Things like that, I'm happy to do them because they're a lot of fun to write out and do. And I do have a female on there that is actually my voice. I may hire someone to do that at some point, but we'll see what happens. Okay. Everyone do this question. Okay, so Madeline. Okay. I'm going for my third attempt of the 65 in the new year after found. Okay, so now I will go over CAPM. Now the good thing is, since it's been 3 years since you've taken it, it's reset. It's like Madeline. So according to FINRA and NASAA, you've never taken the exams. You are, once you go to, guys, just so you know something, which is kind of cool. It's not a good situation to be in, but it's good to understand that if you go 2 years without taking the test, or it's really 3 fails in a 2-year period, right? So if you go 2 years without taking the test, then it resets. So if you go 2 years without it, it resets, and it's almost like you're brand new again. So according to NASA, you've never taken it, Madeline. So take the stress off. Even if you fail, which you're not going to, you can take it again 30 days later. You don't have to wait 6 months, which is wonderful news. Now, CAPM. What you have to know about this, CAPM, capital asset pricing model, is really about risk and reward. Okay, so they're trying to determine, this is what they do. They determine your rate of return by the level of risk. That's literally what CAPM is. It's trying to find your rate of return based on the level of risk. So they actually think, CAPM actually believes that you can determine a risk rating. Okay, you can determine what the rating is, what the return should be based on the risk, and use beta. They use beta a lot. Okay, so now that's what you have to know. So that's really where it's going to be, just knowing the high level stuff. Now, modern portfolio theory, on the other hand, is not the same thing. It uses standard deviation, but it's trying to look at, can I get a better return based on a level of risk? So CAPM tries to determine a return based on your risk. Modern portfolio theory tries to improve your return without increasing your risk. And that's where they're looking for the efficient portfolio, the efficient frontier, the optimal portfolio. That's MPT. CAPM is about risk and what the reward is going to be. Modern portfolio theory is about, can I increase my return without increasing my risk? Because I do believe people are risk averse. That's where we are with that. Okay, so that's CAPM. That's it. They're not going to go heavy. You're going to get 1 or 2 questions max on it. You might get 1 or 2 questions on IRR. You might get 1 or 2 questions on, present value versus future value, but not the math. You're not going to have to do math on this. Got it, Sean. Okay, so that's why you're doing it. You can take the same. At first I read that, I said take planes, but you're not going to take a plane. You have plans. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I love that. That's awesome. Thank you, Garrett. I appreciate it. Okay. Jules, that is awesome. You're done. Okay. Here's the thing. I know that the guy Tom's good looking, so I'm going to give you that. You get Tom Hiddleston again, even though I just played it. Happy.
Certain man in Russia long ago.
He was big and strong in his eyes of flaming glow.
If you can, he's a really good dancer. As I've catched that video, and I can't do a long one. Okay. It's really good dancer there. Okay, so let's keep going. Okay. William Hodge, yes, it's really live. I'm about 5 minutes behind, but yes, I'm really live. Is it live or is it Memorex? Okay. So, yeah, by the way, William, Bill, Billy Boy. I've been doing live every Tuesday night since 2019. I'm the original doing this shit. Okay. Now, anyone, you're going to go, I finally found a harder question for you guys. Would I say the not-met stuff is harder than the actual? Well, okay. I'd say they're more complicated and more convoluted and trickier. I don't know that it's harder because I do think the 66 is a hard test. I just think that the Notman questions, some of them are easier, right? But some of them are way more convoluted. They use more Roman numerals. They will use Roman numerals on the exam, but not a lot. But Notman and Kaplan and STC, even Achievable, use a lot of Roman numerals. Okay. Okay. Uh-oh. Sean from Florida. Is it Sean from Florida? I don't know. I had a Sean from Florida that was starting his own. He left Farmers and he went to the other one. I forgot. Okay. Oh. Cynthia. That is awesome. Cindy Zogby. Okay. It's amazing. Here's the thing. Boom. I appreciate it. Just go on look for my Capital Advantage tutoring on Google. Maybe give a review. If not, just share the shit, like it, and tell other people about it. That's all you can do. By the way, guys, if you ever need tutoring, I obviously do it. I'm not pushed. That's not why I do this. I'm pretty fucking busy. I literally teach 15 hours a day at $185 an hour, and so I have a waiting list now. So, but there are I have other tutors on my website. I'm building them. I have 2 more that is about to go live in about 2 weeks or so. And one after he passes the 24, and the other one I have, he's training right now. Also, check out Michael Weiss. He's at series7examtutor.com. He has a CFA, so he's about half my cost, and he's really good at the 65-66. He's really good at the 65-66. Okay. But Cynthia, that's awesome. I appreciate it. Since you passed, okay. I got more songs to do, baby. We got to do this. Since we're so close to Christmas, we're going to get a Christmas song here. Here we go, I think.
We said, Father Christmas, give us some money. Don't mess around with those silly toys. We'll beat you up if you don't hand it over. We want your bread, so don't make us annoyed. Give all the toys to the little...
Boom, baby. Now, and we're going to get the question. I'm going to go over the question. You got to hang out with the question. Also, guys, if you like my stuff, please go check out. I'm on Instagram at Series 7 Whisperer, and I'm at TikTok at Series 7 Whisperer, both of them. So please go check them out on Instagram and TikTok, Series 7 Whisperer on both of them. That's all short ones. There's none of the long ones like this. I have a couple. I have TikTok. I have 1 million watch video, and I have one video it's weird. It was like sitting at like 3,000 views for the longest time. And then last August, I guess, when Trump called Kamala a Marxist, blew up. It's like 230,000 views. It's crazy. Okay. Yeah. Good. So now, that's awesome. Now, Brandon, done. Okay. Boom. So you're done. Way to go into the holidays for that. Hope you're still on here, Brandon. That's awesome. That is outstanding. That is outstanding. Where are we going to go with this one? Violet, did I? Oh, I deleted it. But we're going to go with this one.
Out of all the reindeers, you know you're the mastermind. Run, Rudolph. Randolph ain't too far.
Boom, baby. That is awesome. Boom. Guys, don't forget to check out Instagram and TikTok, please. Okay, so now. Yeah, Madeline, isn't it great? I mean, I'm sure you probably knew it, but I'm just saying it's good to know that you're not going to fail. But what I say the reason I say that to people is that then they can relax. Because what happens if you're looking down the barrel of a 6-month wait, it's fucking scary, right? But if you're looking down the barrel of a 30-day wait, it's not so bad, right? It's not so bad. So what happens is you feel better about yourself, right? So you feel better about yourself and you can take tests and you can do better on it. That's the whole thing here. Good. Okay. We'll do it. Okay. As I told Alyssa and Ashley and Rebecca and everyone taking it tomorrow, why the hell are you on my live? Get off my live. Go get and I promise I'll get to the question. I just want to get through some of these. Okay. You're gonna get this just nice and early. Get off my live. Go get some sleep. I tell everyone taking these exams, make sure you read the joint accounts and trust account stuff, like just a quick skim, because those are easy, low-hanging fruit. Okay, so let's go over this. Number 99. Under the Uniform Securities Act, all the following statements are true regarding the books, and everyone had a chance to get these right and wrong. Under the Uniform SA, all the following statements are true regarding the books. Let me get that off. Books and records of investment advisors, except A, the state securities administrator may specify the types of books and records of IAs registered with the SEC are required to make and keep. The administrator may specify the types of books and records that the IA is registered with the state and with the principal state of business in the state are required to make and keep. That sounds good. C, the administrator may inspect the records of any IA registered in administrative state, even if the IA is located in another state. That sounds like a correct statement. Remember, they're asking what's not true. And then D, records must be preserved for such a period of time specified by the administrator for the IAs registered with the state and have a principal place of business. Okay. I like that. So let's see. So they're asking what's not true. So let's think about this. So I think it's A, and it is A. So A, remember, read this again. So A is the answer. The state securities administrator may specify the types of book and records and that the IA is registered with the SEC have to keep. That is not true. They do not have to listen to the states. The SEC writes the rules, baby. The SEC writes the rules. Boom. Okay. 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 Like I said, Dakota, I'm happy to talk about this because it's not, as long as it's, I can do it for the general test. Normally I do FINRA stuff on Tuesday night, but we're here for you, right, Dakota? Because you're gonna come on Tuesday night, the badass, and Christmas Eve, come on here and tell us you passed. Okay. You're scoring 76, 78 on Kaplan, you pass perfect finals, you're in great shape. Here's the thing, you know enough to pass. So Sunday, as I take for every exam, no testing on Sunday, add knowledge, read customer accounts, go through my crash course playlist. This is for anything. Maybe you want to do option quiz in the morning, but no big test because nothing good comes from that. So Dakota, you're gonna rock this thing. You're so good, you're gonna become one state instead of two states. That's a bad joke. Okay. Okay. Brandon, that's awesome. Okay. Alexander. Boom. Boom. I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. Oh, how can I be the GOAT if you're the GOAT? Okay. That's hardly a thing. So what are we going to do here? Oh, this is the.
Jingle bell rock. Jingle bell swing and jingle.
Boom, baby. That is outstanding. We'll go back to the regular music after Christmas. Just got to do it. Okay. That is awesome, Alexander. I love it. And guys, anyone who just took the test, I don't need questions. I don't like doing that because we know what's on the exam. All I want to know is, were there any surprises? That's what, did anything, while I roll down and do other, I'm going to put another question up here. Were there any surprises that you saw that just shocked the shit out of you? Tell me what test you're taking that you took and tell me if you saw any surprises. That's awesome. I love seeing the passes. Ooh, we're done with questions. So let me get another one up here. Okay. No, that's too easy. Math. Okay, we're going to do two more, and then we're going to call it a night. Ivy, I know, I've been texting Ingrid. I've just been going 100 miles an hour. I saw that she missed it by one, and she said there was a disruption. They lost power during it. She should reach out to FINRA and see. That's the thing. So, guys, if you miss by one and something bad happens, like I had a guy, one of my students, he was sitting there next to a wall down at Rector Street. Rector, I hardly know her. And a drill bit came through the top, one of those big ass drills. They're doing construction. He said, I'm out. I left. He left. He got a waiver of the time. So I told Ingrid to try to get a waiver on the time a little bit so she can take a quick. I mean, she missed it by one and they lost power. Like, that's the thing. When shit happens, you gotta learn to roll with it a little bit, but sometimes you can't. Okay. By the way, everyone, we're doing number 97. 100 shares of JLK are purchased at $30 per share. Okay. Are you feeling better? It wasn't COVID, was it? Hope you're feeling better. You're still recovering from that stupid guy on the Zoom. 100 shares of JLK are purchased at $30 per share and sold 1 year later for $29 a share. A cash dividend of $2 per share is paid. The total return, now remember, parentheses is negative, right? So is it negative 13.33? Is it negative 7.69? Is it negative 6.67? Or is it positive 6.67? What could it be? What could it be? Okay. There's a little math. That's not for this. This would be for the 65 and 66. This really wouldn't help you with the 63. So if you're taking the 63 tomorrow, or and you're here for just kind of go get a cup of coffee while you're waiting. Okay. So again, we're looking for total return. the return that is total, not inflation adjusted return, which is, or not real rate of return, which is total return minus inflation. We're not looking for after tax return, which is a return subtracted when then we subtract the taxes. We are now, remember, guys. Okay, good. Thank God. I know I have to get my flu shot. I keep forgetting to get my flu shot. Everyone has the flu shot already, and I don't. But here's the thing: I sit here all day. I don't go. The only time I go out is when I see the kids. My daughter's coming back from Panama tomorrow with her boyfriend. Okay. Uriel, ask a question. It's all good. Okay. So Ryan, is it positive or negative? That's the thing. Okay. Yes, Uriel. Yes, it's not random. That's a good question. That's what we're here for, baby. I'm just doing this to fill in the gaps. Okay. Yes, federal covered advisors can use testimonials as long as they disclose the shit out of it. State advisors cannot. Okay. Okay. Federal covered advisors can use testimonials and endorsements. State advisors cannot. But remember, even if the federal covered advisors do, they still have to disclose whether there's a customer or not, what the relationship is, stuff like that. Okay. So here we go. So let's start with this. Okay. Now we started with $30 and it went down to 26. It sounds like one of my stocks. Okay. So I lost 4, but then I got 2 from a dividend. So I lost 4, got 2. So I lost 2. So I lost 2, right? So I lost 4, got 2. I lost 2 total. So I'm down 2. Now I do -2, or just, you can really just do 2 and know it's a negative. 2 divided by 30. Okay. Boom. That's awesome. So now 2 divided by 30 is 0.667 and it's negative. So it's C, -6.667. There you go. Okay. Hope that helps a little bit. That's 1. We got 1 more, peoples. Okay. Here we go. 1 more to do. So everyone, the answer is C as in cockamamie. I know it's not really spelled that way, but it is. COCKIMIE. Now, boom. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the videotape. This is a good one. Okay, here we go. This one's not bad. This should be an easy one for a lot of you. This could be for any exam. Waiting for it to scroll on my screen so I can read it better. So, a broker-dealer has authorized one of its agents, okay? Let me get this one. Here we go. Where's my thing? Let's see what shows up. I want to see what it looks like on LinkedIn. Guys, you can read that. Keep reading. See how it shows up. Let's see. There we go. There it is. Look at that. I'm looking at the top of my head. There we go. Boom. Okay. Back to this. Okay. So now we go. Here we go. Let me read this to you. Boy, Twitter's big. Okay. A broker-dealer has authorized one of its agents to create a separate entity through which the agent can offer financial. Why don't I just read it on here? I'm a fucking moron. Okay. Broker-dealer has authorized one of its agents to create a separate entity through which the agent can offer financial planning advice and services. The agent should take which of the following actions? Do nothing because his registration as an agent allows him to offer financial planning services. Do nothing until he has solicited clients and begin writing plans. C, seek investment advisor rep for the separate entity and investment advisor rep registration. And D, seek investment advisor rep registration through the broker-dealer. And what is our answer, people? What is our answer? Okay. Only one person answered. You struggling with this one? Is this one a little harder to do? Also, guys, this is after I give you the answer. Okay. Okay. I like your thinking. Doesn't mean you're right, but I like your thinking. Okay. I'm not saying you're wrong or right. I'm going to wait to see if other people answer because everyone's afraid. Guys, I'd rather you answer and be wrong than not answer. I'd much rather see a wrong answer than no answer at all. Okay. 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 It's a little struggle on this one. I know. I agree. Okay. Okay. Come on, people. Everyone who's taking it tomorrow should be able to answer this thing, or at least try it. Even if you're wrong, we'll learn from it. Okay. Yep, Kevin, I do the Zoom. Yep, I do the Zoom. So I forgot to talk about that. So you guys taking the 65, 66, and I do the 7 at 7. I do the 7 at 7 and the options at 8. So, while you guys are thinking about it, I have a membership thing. If you go onto my channel where you are and you hit the join button, I'm not telling you to. If you're taking the 63, don't bother. If you're taking the SIE, don't bother. But the 65, 66 for $25 a month. We meet every Friday night on Zoom. So usually like between 5 and 15 people. Last week it went down to like 3. We had like 17 people pass over the last like 3 weeks. It's crazy. And then if you're taking the big one exams, I have principal exams. That's on Sunday nights. That's a lot. I charge a lot for that because principals, they should be able to. And the reason it's so cheap, so it's $20 a month for my options videos, which would change your life, but only if you're taking the 7. That's the only when it works. $25 for the class at 6 or the 7 class at 7. And then $50 is all that below it plus the options class at 8 p.m. We'll do it. Make up your mind. Which one are you going with? Okay, so let's go over this. Now, super cheap. And if you just want to watch your membership classes, there's one for $6 a month. Cheapo, cheapo, cheapo. And again, what I was going to say was the reason they're so cheap is because once you set up the membership, you cannot change it. You'd have to cancel it and start a new one, which I'd rather give up the money than do that. Okay. So broker-dealers authorize one of its agents to create a separate entity through which the agent can offer financial planning services. The agent should take which of the following actions, okay? So A and B are out because an agent can't do this, so they have to become an IAR. But remember this, to be an IAR, you have to be under an IA. Broker-dealers cannot sponsor IARs. IARs run with IAs. So if you wanted to do this, you would have to create a separate entity as an IA, become an IAR, and then you can start doing it. Broker-dealers cannot register IARs. Okay. Yeah, but you need an IAR registration. But how do you become an IAR, Steve? You can't work for a broker-dealer and be an IAR. You got to work for an IA. That's why it's C as in Charlie. Because broker-dealer is FINRA, it's NASAA too, but you cannot be an IAR for a broker-dealer. You can only be an IAR for an IA. So you either have to start the IA and then become an IAR for the IA. A lot of letters there. If you just come on and you don't know what I'm talking about, you'll be like, what the fuck is he saying? IA, IAR. So if you want to be an investment advisor representative, you must work for an investment advisor. If you want to be an agent, you must work for a broker-dealer. There's no other choices. Okay? That is literally it. So there's so many people on here. Please join me on Instagram over at Series 7 Whisper and TikTok at Series 7 Whisper before it gets banned. Okay. Okay. Anyone have questions on that stuff? So again, if you want to start doing financial planning services, wrap fees, broker-dealers can't do it. Here's the problem. So right now, a lot of the firms are dual, right? So like JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, Merrill Lynch, Goldman, UBS, RBC, all of those firms are both IAs and broker-dealers. They're kind of separate entities. So what it is there's a holding period like UBS. Then there's like UBS Wealth Management and then UBS Securities. UBS Securities is a broker-dealer. UBS Wealth Management is the IA. I don't even know if that's the name of it, but they're sort of separate entities, and you kind of work for both. So the bigger firms kind of bastardize what we're talking about. When we're talking about here, this test, don't think the big firms. Don't think, oh, Merrill Lynch has both. Don't think Goldman has both. Don't think it's like, little IA is the IA would have to create an IA. So here, can I explain what would happen to a BD want to add IA service to a business and create a wrap account fee? Do the agents only need IR registration for that, or the firm needs IAs? Okay, so now the wrap fee part is for the IARs. So you'd have to, let me try to draw a picture. Oh no, I don't have a way to do that. Thought I had Zoom. I'm not doing Zoom now. So now, by the way, everyone, you got it. The answer is C. Now, so this is what he's asking. What would happen if they want to do the wrap fee? So so if you're an agent for a broker dealer and you only have the 63. Oh, Cynthia, thank you. Thank you so much, Cynthia, for that. I appreciate it. I really do. So now, that means more to me than anything else. I love that. So now, if I am a broker dealer and I want to do wrap fees, I have to create an IA. Now, any of the agents who want to do both, they'd have to register as an agent and an IAR. But now I could have people that just do the wrap fees. Well, I guess the wrap fee would be both, because if they want to get the commission too. But in reality, you can do a asset-based fee as just an IAR, right? So if a broker dealer, we have IA. If the broker dealer wants to do wrap fees, they have to open up an IA. And everyone here who wants to do that, remember, if you're an agent and you don't want to do wrap fees, you don't have to do shit. But if you want to do both, you would then also have to register an IAR under the IA. So again, broker dealer here, nothing. I want to do wrap fees. I open up an IA, and all the agents down here that want to do it, they have to register here, and then also as an IAR. Now, if you would just want to do wrap fees alone and just get a total wrap fee, and work for the IA alone, you can do that. Then you only need the 65, and you're just an IAR. But if you're going to do both, you got to register as an agent and an IAR. Hope that helps a little bit, Steve. Okay. I think that's good. We did some damage here. We got some good questions in. I'm going to keep doing this. I am here Thursday night. I am doing, and anyone taking the SIE 6 and 7, I will be here for Christmas Eve. I will be here Christmas Eve because they all have stuff to do. My whole family has stuff to do on Christmas Eve. I'll just take an hour out of my night, go over there, come here, do it, and then go back. Or I'll do it live from the party. Okay, so now, I've done that before. I think I did one a couple years ago. I had a little mini reunion of high school reunion, and we did it on and I just came out to my car, did it, I had a couple drinks, and then I came over here and used my spot to do it. Okay, any last minute questions before I jump off and go get ready for, I don't know, I don't have to go anywhere tonight. Last Tuesday I had to go out to the storage room and all that stuff. I don't have to do any of that stuff. I am literally here. Okay, any last minute stuff? 3, last call. Okay. I love having you guys on here. Let's end with a little man in finance. I took the good one off, but let's end with a man in finance. Everyone, I want everyone to have, if you're not on here again because you're doing the 65, 66, have a Merry Christmas. I think Hanukkah, the menorahs went up at Rockefeller Center today. I don't know, when does Hanukkah start? Is it started yet? Did Hanukkah start yet this year? Oh, wow. It starts on Christmas. How cool is that? It's a special year. I didn't know Hanukkah starts on Christmas. So happy Kwanzaa, happy Hanukkah, happy Christmas. Happy Christmas, Harry. Okay, everyone, you all have a good night. Thank you for coming on here. Again, as I tell everyone, you could check out my Instagram. I tell everyone Tuesdays and Thursdays are my favorite night. Even if I win the Mega Millions, I'd still do these every Tuesday and Thursday because I like doing this so much. On that note, I am Gonzo.
Looking for a man in finance, trust fund, 6'5", no eyes, finance, trust fund, 6'5". I'm looking for a man in finance, trust fund, 6'5", no eyes, finance, trust fund, 6'5". I'm looking for a man in finance, trust fund, 6'5".